Okay, here's a Mugo. Not a Mugo. My mind has turned to guacamole. This is a Shimpaku. It has a lot of things with it that we've been discussing. There's a few things here that kind of like on the photos that Brian posted that we can look at. Now, we've talked about pinching these things and we've talked about clipping these things. There are certain things that need to be clipped and certain things that need to be pinched. Like here. This should be clipped, but see what happens if you pinch it. It kind of tears unless you do it right, and you can't guarantee you're going to do it right. So that should be cut so that you don't see where it was cut. Same with this. This could be pinched, but it needs to be cut. Pinch, don't cut. In fact, actually, that needs to go back down farther. This needs to be cut, not pinched. This is true all over this tree. Cut that. You notice too, it's got berries on it. Okay, now how about pinching? You can look at this in profile and see things that are kind of sticking out a little bit. Now this one here is kind of marginal. You could either pinch it or you could cut it. To pinch it, what you do is you hold it between your thumb and index finger. Just pull out. What it does is it breaks it off at the joint right here. It doesn't tear it, it just breaks it off. In fact, it makes a cleaner break than it does with a pair of shears. Let's take a look at another spot. Sorry if I'm jiggling the camera. Let's pinch that puppy. See, that's all you do. Just grab the end, twist and turn. And they break off. You don't want to go with your finger and chew away at it, which a lot of people will do. That's not good. Here's a clipper. These are pinchers. See here the way this lines up. Some would say that, well, this is too long, this whole branch needs to be cut back. And of course, I think they're right. What you need to do is get back down in here and cut that one off. This is pinching. Of course, you can cut it, but that's pinched. Now, of course, what everybody's going to want. Today is Friday, I believe. We'll look at this again in a couple of days and see if we've got any brown ends. So we pinch that. Let's clean this up. We're going to pinch that, pinch that, pinch that, pinch that. That one's a little too heavy, so we got to cut that one. This tree hasn't been touched in about 2 years. See that one right there? That needs to be cut. That right there could be pinched. See? That right there. Pinchy boo. Sometimes you just need to dress up the profiles, like I said. You try to do that with scissors, it'll drive you crazy. Some of these guys have been talking about allowing this growth to form. That's true. This will help strengthen this branch. That right there could be either pinched or clipped. I'm going to pinch it. This stuff down here. Pinch. So you're just taking off the edges. It's hard to show something you have to really feel to accomplish. This stuff down here will probably be helped greatly by cutting it back to encourage a lot of back budding. Like I said, this tree hasn't been touched in at least 2 years. See, it's hard to tell where that's been disturbed. You know, what they were talking about and what Bjorn was talking about on his videos, there's people come along and just rip this stuff off. Not only won't I do that because it's injurious to the tree, I can't do that because my hands, so many years of keeping my hands in chemicals and stuff doing, you know, furniture finishing, I don't have any fingerprints left. And fingerprints, the purpose of those things is to give you a grip to hold on to things. I can't grip and rip because nothing sticks to my hands anymore. It's very difficult. If I can't pull it off and pinch it off this way, I have to cut it. Now see, that's not so dense that you can't see into the tree. So this idea that, well, this makes the canopy too dense and it, you know, dies off because of exposure to the sun or lack of it. So it is possible to get a tree to that point. And that's not what's going on with this one today. Okay, well, I think so. Here's some good ones down here we can deal with. Like this. Do you pinch or do you clip? Well, we can clip the end off, and that doesn't cause a problem. See, so it's borderline sometimes. But the thing with pinching is it's tedious. You got to do them one at a time. You can't just go along. Though to tell you the truth, I've done that too. I don't do it anymore, but I have done it. I have one advantage though. I am ambidextrous. I can do this with both hands equally bad. With equal ineptness. I need to get back on some wire with this tree and do something with it because it deserves to be worked on. It started its career as a bonsai as a 3-gallon Shimpaku juniper that I got at a nursery that cultivated a lot of their own stock. And at one time they had probably 35 of these, and I bought them all. Consequently, all of them have been sold, but a few, which I still have. Now, there's an interesting one there. That one should be clipped. And its neighbor. So we'll take them back here. Hopefully get some back budding. Same with this guy. So I try to get a happy meld between both techniques. To abandon one at the expense of the other, I think is foolish. And of course, I have never said that you don't clip